Okay, so is it safe to say that Aso-abi is actually a way of showing support and love to the celebrant?
Absolutely. That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about. It's about support and love for the celebrant.
Okay.
That we support this happening, we want to be a part of it, is what Aso-abi is about. It's like an organization, maybe a restaurant or a hotel. A hotel might decide, okay, we don't want our staff to come in just their own clothing, because guests are wearing their own clothing. How will the guest know who is the worker? So they can decide to have a uniform for the staff. We don't call that Aso-abi, but it's that same thinking.
Same idea.
It's that same idea.
Ideology.
Yes, that's what's behind it.
Okay, that's good. Going back to the question where there can be more than one Aso-abi in one particular party. There was an instance recently where I was actually at the party. There was one Aso-abi, one general Aso-abi, and the sister of the celebrant or auntie of the celebrant asked our friends to wear something that they had used previously to a different party.
Yeah, that's still allowed. That's still part of standing out. That is, the celebrant has chosen a particular type of Aso-abi,
Yes.
but the celebrant's auntie has taken it upon herself to identify members of her own caucus, her own group,
Yeah.
her own group of friends. They could be a club, maybe members of the same club or something, can decide within that same party to wear a different type of Aso-abi so that they are distinctive within the party. But you don't want to overdo it so that the celebrant can still be allowed to stand out. Because you go to some parties and you find guests dressed so heavy that you're not sure who the celebrant is. So for that reason, people who choose Aso-abi or who choose to be distinctive within the Aso-abi setup have to be very careful and sensitive to the needs of the celebrant. The celebrant will not be very happy if
Her guests are shining her.
if the guests look heavier than she does, you know.
Okay. That's, sometimes the celebrant may pick out two different Aso-abi for the same occasion.
Yes.
One cheaper one, like the printed Ankara material, something similar to what we're wearing, and maybe another more expensive one.
Like
a
voile or lace.
Voile or lace material for a different set of people. Or can there be a situation where she would specifically want some group of people to wear the more expensive one? Is it like a status thing or?
There is status involved. And again, distinction involved. The celebrant might want specific people to wear specific Aso-abi so that they are distinguished as guests of the occasion.
Okay.
But that can be thrown a little open. When that happens, it's usually closed. That's, I mean, it's supposed to feature a particular group or circle of people, usually close friends and allies of the celebrant or family members. Whereas for the general party goers, they might have a particular Aso-abi that is not so expensive, because amongst those may be people who cannot afford the more expensive ones.
Okay, so they go for the cheaper one.
So they go for the cheaper ones, as long as you have part of the Aso-abi called for the day. When I say call, that's how you refer to, you call Aso-abi.
Okay.
That's the choosing of it,
Okay.
you know. So some people opt for the more expensive ones, and you find people buying both.